Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Welcome back. All right, the brand new Warrior 3 from Olight. So this basically replaces the previous M2R Pro. And that was a hugely popular light for Olight, and for good reason. So I have several of those M2R Pros. I've given probably a dozen of them away. It's a fantastic light. It's very versatile, whether you want to EDC it, throw it in a backpack, leave it at your cabin. It really serves a lot of purposes, and the Warrior 3 just adds to that. But before we get into that, if you're familiar with my channel, you know every time that there's a new product release or an Olight flash sale, I do a giveaway, all right? So pretty much everything that they send me, with exception of maybe an occasional thing that I'll keep for myself for a future review or comparison, I give to you guys, all right? And this time is no exception. I'm giving you everything that they sent to me. And that includes the Warrior 3, all right? So I did have to open this one for review purposes, but I'm gonna put it back in that box. It'll be almost as good as new with the exception of the cellophane wrapper, and some lucky person's gonna win this. Now on the M2R Pro, the button was just this simple black button here, and you'd press it, and not only would the light come on, but it would light up to show you your battery level. And on the newer lights, they're going with this new design, and I really am starting to like this. So not only does it show you your battery level, but it also shows you your lumen level output. So if I were to push this and turn it on one side, on this, see, that's your left side, is the lumen output, and on your right side is the battery level. This has a much cooler beam pattern than the previous one. Bright-wise, it's really hard to distinguish a difference between the two, other than the fact that the cooler light typically tends to look a little brighter. And the Warrior 3 is just about 1/8 of an inch longer than the M2R Pro, but notice a difference on the tail cap there. What do you notice on this one that the M2R Pro didn't have? All my Olight fans will see it right away. So that ridge that you see around the edge there is for the weapon light, all right? So now this has the locking tail cap, unlike the previous M2R Pro. So if you're not familiar, you can see here, this is locked on there. If I simply pull the tail cap down, it unlocks. So it has some little ball bearings in there that interface with that ridge. Push it up, snap it up, and it's locked. And you'll notice, look at the new pressure pads. They have a high and a low. So there's two output levels now for the Warrior 3. So high and low. And you can click to activate or hold for momentary and release. That is huge. This is something that people have been asking for years on the Olight pressure pads. The previous one was a single pressure pad. You pretty much just held it to activate the light. And I'll tell you, I did some training about a month ago, I guess it's been now. I went to Gunsight Academy out in Arizona, and we did a bunch of rifle training. We did some indoor shoot house clearing, and I used a Crimson Trace laser light combo. And I will tell you, having the momentary or the click to turn on, depending on the situation you're going into, is very important to have those options, all right? There were times where if all I had was the previous Olight one where you had to hold it for the light to be on, there are times where you have to take your hand off in order to open a door while your light goes out, okay? And so if you wanted your light to stay on, it's nice to have that option. So really nice job that Olight finally incorporated all of that into this new pressure pad. All right, up first, the previous M2R Pro. So if you're new to my channel, for frame of reference, that barn is 61 yards from where I'm standing. It is 14 feet tall at the peak, so it gives you an idea of the size of that hot spot at 61 yards. And way back in that dark spot right there, if I zoom in, see that white spot right there? That is a steel target at 107 yards. So it shows you how far this throws. That is 1,800 lumens, 22,400 candela. Let's move that off to the side and bring in the new Warrior 3. So right off the gate, you can tell it's a much cooler temperature beam. All right, let's bring the M2R Pro back in. Look at the beam color difference. This is 2,400 lumens versus 1,800 lumens on the old M2R Pro. This is 23,000 candela on the Warrior 3 versus 22,400 candela on the M2R Pro. Very similar. Looks like the hotspot on the Warrior 3 might be a tad bigger. If I line the bottoms of them up, yeah, might be a tad bigger. It's hard to say. and it still comes with a 21700 battery. It is the proprietary one, so a lot of guys don't like that. Some guys do like it. It has to be like that in order to work with the proprietary charging cap, a tail cap, okay? So if you're a fan of the charging tail cap, you kind of just have to go with the flow here. And I have advised them to go away from the charging tail cap and go towards a USB-C interface. At this point, I guess they're pretty vested in this, and I will say there are some cool things that they've done. Like this dock here where you can charge 4 lights with the proprietary charging tail caps. It is magnetic, it'll stand upright, and you can charge 4 of them at once. All right, there is a look at the tail cap. Nothing has really changed on that. Now, if you're not familiar with it, you can activate the light via the tail cap button there or the barrel button, all right? A half press will get you that low mode, just like with the pressure pad I showed you. And a full press, if you press and hold, gets you turbo. Click and release and it stays on, it's not momentary. So it's very similar to that pressure pad. And if you do want to use this as a weapon light, you'll need one of these. This is the EWM25, all right? This is the one specifically designed to pick mount onto like an AR platform and will fit the Warrior 3 or the previous M2R Pro. Now let's talk about the giveaway. And it's gonna be a little bit different than how I've done it in the past, just because Olight requested me to do it a certain way. I'm still giving away everything that they sent me, but instead of doing it today, this video, they asked for just a dedicated one for the Warrior 3 versus the M2R Pro. But stay tuned, because on the 28th of October, 2021, I will be giving away everything that they sent me. Plus I'm taking a few things out of my cabinet over here to kind of sweeten the pot a little bit. So hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Even last time when I did this giveaway, I do them about every month. I still had a person who didn't respond, and they won, I think, 2nd or 3rd place. And man, that sucks, because I give away a lot of really cool stuff. If your notifications are not turned on, you're not gonna know. So the flash sale just started for VIP members. If you're not a VIP member, I believe it starts for you on the 28th, okay, which is gonna coincide with when I start the giveaway. Make sure you're subscribed. But this guy is gonna be on sale. There's a lot of different colors. There's some cool new lights and lanterns and things like that. I'm gonna post a link in the description below if you wanna go preemptively kind of check out all of those deals. There's bundles, there's all kinds of stuff. I'll put a few other details down in the description. Full disclosure, that link in the description below is an affiliate link, all right? So if you do click through and you happen to buy something, I get 10% of your purchase, okay? It's not 10% more that you pay. In fact, it's actually 10% less Olight gets, it comes to me. So if you appreciate the giveaways and all the information, the comparisons, I'd appreciate using that link. And that's it, guys. That giveaway video coming in just a few days. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do me a favor, give it a like, make sure you're subscribed. Lots more videos to come, and I'll see you in the next one.